Volkswagen ID3 Business Edition, Lease versus PCP. Let's find out which is best. So welcome back, folks. JD here again with another quick car finance related tutorial for you. I hope you're all safe and well. Recently I've been considering an electric car, as you know, and more recently I've been considering maybe getting a smaller electric car for my wife as well. And we've looked at the Mini Electric. I did do a drive of that vehicle recently. Check that out on the channel if you haven't already done so. We've looked at the Kia e-Niro, and we've recently started looking at the car which I'm going to talk about today, which is the Volkswagen ID3. Now originally I'd ruled the ID3 out because even the base specs seemed a little bit out of our price range. But when I looked again today, it seems to have dropped quite considerably. So as always, what I thought I'd do is compare a 36-month, 10,000 mile a year this time, lease versus two different PCP quotes. One is based on the standard quote on the Volkswagen website, and one is based on a discounted purchase price that I've obtained from CarWow. And we're going to see if either of those beat the lease. As ever, if you haven't already done so and you like this content, please do remember to hit that subscribe button and also that bell icon so that you're notified as and when a new video is released. And also I will be making use of the PCP spreadsheet calculator, and if anyone would like a copy of this for a one-off payment of £10, you will get as many updates as I care to make. It enables you to put all your figures in, compare two different agreements, and then it will provide you with a nice summary comparison page at the end. And I will be using that today, so if you haven't come across this channel before, I'll be going through using the spreadsheet as well. Okay, so what I've done, like I did on the previous videos, I've gone to Lease Loco, which is a really decent little website. It enables you to compare lots of current leases, and it also gives you a score as to whether they think it's a good time to sign on that dotted line. And as you can see here, look, it's telling me that this is the ID3 Business Edition. A bit misleading really, they're all called Pro Performance, I think, but there's style, there's family, there's business, there's life, which is the bottom of the range, but still that's probably the one I would go for. Still comes with things like front and rear parking sensors, heated seats, heated steering wheel, etc. But I'm looking at the business edition today, and you can see here, look, on the Lease Loco historical price chart, that it tells me based on certain deposit and term, not the terms that we're looking at today. At the end of December, it was running at $449.26 a month, and you can see, look, it's dropped to $378. So it's dropped more than what, £70 a month in the last couple of weeks. So definitely worth checking this out. What I've done is I've put in one upfront payment, 10,000 miles a year, and a 3-year lease. And as you can see, this is going to be standard spec, but as I said, the spec is pretty good unless you want metallic paint and bits and bobs like that. It's coming out at an upfront payment of $558.67, so that comprises of the monthly fee of $378.67 plus an arrangement fee of $180. So first monthly would, on this case, be $378.67, followed by 35 payments. Sorry, I'll start again. First payment would be $558.67, followed by 35 payments of $378.67. So what I've done is I've taken that figure of deposit and I've gone into the standard Volkswagen PCP calculator. I've chosen the ID3 Business Edition. Look, 10,000 miles a year, 36 months, so that would be the same as this. Month one, you'd stick your deposit in, and then you'd make 35 equal payments. And I've put the deposit in as the same as what our first payment would be on our lease, so $558.67. So there it is there, look, and as you can see, it's coming out at $525.41 a month. So let's break this down. The cash price for this car is $36,720. So this isn't misleading, but it's just a little bit confusing really, because what they've done, look, they've said $33,720. Retailer cash price includes the subsidy, the government grant of $3,000. So really that's meaningless. It's effectively $36,720 with a $3,000 grant. So the cash price is $33,720, not $30,720, if you see what I mean. So they are basically saying that the car is 33,720 and they're also giving a deposit contribution of 1750. We've got to put in a deposit of 55867 and then pay 35 equal payments of 52541. So as you can see, that is, if I can put these figures in here. So hang on a minute, I just need to do something, bear with me, it always does this. Let me just make sure you can see Excel. There you go. So I've got the calculator up here. Bear with me, that's not the one I want, this is the one I want. Come on, come on, come on. Right, there we go. Okay, so let's just make this a little bit bigger so you can see what we're doing. Okay, 200%. Okay, so the PCP was 55867 and 35 monthly payments of 52541. So on the standard Volkswagen calculator using the standard recommended manufacturer's retail price, 55867, 35 payments of 52541 comes out to 18,94802. Look at the lease, 55867, 35 monthly payments of 37867. So a difference of 513590 using the standard recommended price. Now, obviously, at the end of a PCP, you've got a choice. You might be able to sell it. You might be able to part exchange it. There might be some equity in that car because they are quoting a final payment of 16,45560. So are you going to get more than 16.5 grand for that ID3 in 3 years' time? Who knows? If you do, you've got some positive equity. However, are you going to get £21,000 for that car because the lease is £5,000 cheaper? So for us to break even in this example on a PCP versus a lease, you would have to recoup £5,135. And the only way you could do that is to get it's over £21,500, isn't it, for that car in 3 years. So then what I did is I went to CarWow and I got some offers. Okay, now again, just be careful with CarWow because this took a bit of working out. They're saying, look, the best offer at the moment is listed as Volkswagen of Loughborough. I've put in an ID3 business and they're saying 30,529. Okay, but that includes the £3,000 government grant and that includes 1750. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of reverse engineer this and use the figures on the other Volkswagen quote and see what that would roughly be on PCP finance using the PCP calculator. So let's just get the PCP calculator up. Bear with me, I've lost it again. It's all going well today. Right, there we go. So the first deal is 33,720. Okay, it's actually 36,720, but I've already taken off the £3,000 government grant. Our deposit, let me just zoom in a little bit here so you can see what we're doing. Our deposit is 55867 and the dealer deposit contribution is 1750. So that we are financing 31,411.33. If we go over to the Volkswagen site, that's exactly what it says there. Look, 31,411.33. Okay, so that's right. If we put in the guaranteed future value of 16,455.60, let's assume we're starting the payment this month, January 2021, and it's a 4.9% quoted APR, 35 equal payments. That's coming out on the spreadsheet of 52616. They're saying 52541. So it's about 60 pence out, isn't it? So the spreadsheet's pretty close there. What I'm going to do is use all of these figures, but actually use the discounted purchase price that I've obtained from CarWow. So basically, if we go on here, look, I've already typed this in. So the total cost on the CarWow quote is 30,529 plus the 1750, because I'm going to take the 1750 off on a separate line because the spreadsheet has a dealer deposit contribution line. So effectively, if we look at the CarWow quote, they're saying 3529, but that includes the 1750. So the actual purchase price before the deposit contribution is taken off is 32,279. So as you can see, it's a little bit cheaper. It's definitely worth going to places like CarWow because the standard price is 33,720 and CarWow have come back at 32,279. We'll put our deposit in again of 55867 and the dealer deposit contribution of 1750. So this time we're financing 29,970. I'm assuming, and it should be the same because Volkswagen set it, I'm assuming the same guaranteed future value of 16,45560, starting months the same, APRs the same, terms the same. That's coming out now at 481.97. So if we go over to the summary comparison page on the spreadsheet, we can see that if we wanted to PCP and if we went to CarWow and used that first offer, we'd save about £44 a month, which over the term is £1,546. So it's definitely worth going to places like CarWow. Obviously, I've got no affiliation with them, but they're definitely worth checking out. So let's put that figure in. So we want to go back to the other spreadsheet and it's coming out at 481.97. So bear with me. 481.97. Okay. So 481.97. So the deposit's the same, 558.67. I've forgotten it again. What was it? 481 what? 481.97. Okay. So 481.97. There you go. So with the discounted purchase price from CarWow and using kind of reverse engineering it and using the figures that Volkswagen quote on their PCP calculator, we're looking at about £3,615 cheaper still on the lease. So again, if we wanted to do better than the lease in this case, we would need at the end of the PCP agreement to sell that car, well, we can work it out, can't we, for whatever the final value was, which was 16,455.60 plus the difference here. So we would have to get £20,071 on the PCP to break even. I think we'd be pushing it. I think we'd be pushing it to get £3,500 more than the guaranteed future value. You may if you sold it privately, but you certainly wouldn't get it, I wouldn't have thought, if you part exchanged the car or sold it to somewhere like We Buy Any Car, etc. Okay, so yet again, it looks like currently in January the 18th, 2021, that leasing is the way to go. That's a cracking deal, $378.67. And just remember, this is an electric car, so there is no road tax. There is minimal servicing. And as you've seen in some of my other videos, if you were to charge this on Octopus Go, do check out the link in the description if you want to grab yourself a £50 discount off Octopus Go. And it also gives me £50 as well, so that's nice. You would be looking at 5p per kilowatt hour, and the ID3 does probably between 3.5 and 4 miles per kilowatt hour. So that basically means, if we assume worst case scenario, let's say 3 miles per kilowatt hour, 5 divided by 3, 1.67 pence per mile. So if you were to drive 10,000 miles a year, it would cost you £166 a year in running costs, in electricity. How much would it cost in a diesel car? Probably 10 times that amount. You know, if an average diesel car costs you 15 pence per mile, this is probably going to cost you 1.5 pence. If you do charge using something like Octopus, you're going to be saving over £100 a month in fuel costs. So if you take that into consideration, you know, this is a £250 a month car, brand new, with a minimal deposit. I hope that was useful Hope that was useful as always. Do feel free to drop me a line here if you'd like to discuss anything, or if you'd like a copy of the spreadsheet. In the meantime, do take care, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.